Welcome to Beehive Solve Cases, where we solve cold cases. And today I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Teleka Patrick's Twitter account. And guys, I want you to understand that have a suspicious that these account names does not belong to Dr. Talika Patrick. I have the suspicious that they belong to someone who have catfished her or who have pretend to be her or who have hacked her computer to assume her identity to make it look like it was coming from her. Now, I want you to understand that her husband, he said that she and he met online. And so I believe that someone close to her has done this to her, have made her look like she was crazy. She was illusional, lost her mind. She don't, and that's hard for me to understand. And so I want to dig a little bit into her Twitter accounts. Now we know that there were many accounts here that supposedly, allegedly belongs to Dr. Talika Patrick. And one of the accounts' name was Cali Girl 2013. And the other one, guys, was named Talika Patrick. And then we have another one named Moses Beautiful. And then I think we have one more. Let me look here. That's named Patient Munchkin. Okay. And these are the Twitter accounts that was said that belong to Talika Patrick. Well, guys, I just want you to know that I believe strongly that she has been catfished. And I'm going to say allegedly because people commit cybercrime every day. They assume someone's identity and they pretend to be that person. They will even take your pictures and pretend to be you. And so I want to dig a little deeper into these tweets because I believe that these tweets will really expose what was going on with Dr. Talika Patrick. Someone sought her out and they were pretending to be this celebrity gospel singer. And that's what made her think that Bishop Marvin Sapp was talking to her when in fact someone else was catfishing her. And because of this, they caused her death. Okay? And I'm going to say allegedly. So let's start with the very first one that I have. And I was told that she have hundreds of tweets, okay? And I will try to obtain that paperwork so I can come on and show you some tweets, what was said, what was, what was going on. But the first one I want to talk about is April the 15th. Now, this tweet is coming from @CaliGirl2013. And it says, when I get to you, things will start to make a lot more sense. I promise. Now, she's talking to someone. When I get to you, when I get to you, I want y'all to hold on to that because it sounded like she was moving, she was relocating, she was going somewhere. So she said, when I get to you, things will start to make a lot more sense. I promise. Now, let's say, for instance, who's to say the tweets that she's tweeting wasn't to her ex-husband because he said they met online? Could it be these old tweets from her that she sent to him and someone took them and rewrote them on a later date and time? Could it be that? Now let's go a little further. @CaliGirl2013. I have just relocated to be with you. So I really hope you want me so we can be in love and get married and have a couple of babies. Guys, again, she said, I have just relocated to be with you. How do we know it's not her ex-husband? Allegedly. How do we know these tweets wasn't taken or saved and then bought back out at a later date as of June the 2nd. Somebody's trying to look like she's right into a love interest, but could it be some old tweets that she sent to her ex-husband? I'm just putting that question out there. That's something for you to look at. Let's look at July the 21st at Teleka Patrick. This is a tweet from at Teleka Patrick. If I am not directly, personally, and explicitly, invited into your life, I will assume that I am unwanted. I need to deal in realities. Understand? Or else I won't be sure if what I'm thinking is correct or not. How will I know if I'm right if nothing I've communicated to you has ever been validated? Ever. Exactly. This makes no sense. July the 25th at Teleka Patrick, there's another tweet. How are you going to judge me for abandoning you when you have never messaged me back, called me, text me, or tried to speak with me directly? Please keep in mind that you have never given me any sort of direct invitation to interact with you. I think this is kind of a deciding point for you. Now, the tweet from at Teleka Patrick, July the 25th. Could it be she was speaking to her ex-husband? I just want to turn the tables a little bit and get you to thinking. Because she said, how are you going to judge me for abandoning you? Okay? Abandoning you. That means leaving you, leaving the family. When you have never messaged me back, called me, text me, or tried to speak with me directly. Come on. Who is she talking to? It does not sound like she was talking to the famous gospel singer Marvin Sapp. It sounded like someone she had a relationship with, they broke up, and now they're at this point of she didn't receive any message back, call, or text. It is a known fact that the famous gospel singer do not speak with anybody through text, social media, period. Okay? So let's move on. Let's make some sense here. Now, August the 1st at Moses Beautiful. She said, I'm doing a great job, love, representing for my people. All the supervising doctors are like, if this girl is on your treatment team, you will have an easy month. I'm the top resident, love, making a really strong impression. Are you proud of me? Could this text have been for her husband, her ex-husband, allegedly? Because she's asking, is he proud of her? He said in his interview, allegedly, that she was concerned if someone knew she had a mental issues, that it will cause problems with her job. But she was saying, she was just telling them how good she is, and they were saying if this girl is on your treatment team, you will have an easy month. She said she was the top resident, and then she said, love, making a really strong impression. And then she said, are you proud of me? Because it sounded like that was the exciting moment for her. Again, could these tweets be for her ex and not for the famous gospel singer? Unless he had these tweets and it was sent to him. Now, August the 4th at Moses Beautiful. Now we're looking at another, the same tweet. And it says, I begin to think that this entire time that I have been messaging you, that it was all in my head. The entire 7 months that you never cared about me. That the experiences I thought we were sharing, we never did. After all, I could not prove any of it. You never messaged me back directly. You only sent these non-specific messages, and there was no way that I could be sure that any of it was ever intended for me. It sounds again, allegedly. She was saying that she felt, you see, it was all in her head. Someone was playing with this woman's head. Someone was playing with this woman's head. I can't be believing things that aren't true. I'm trying to become a psychiatrist, not be in need of one. See? She's talking to someone she had a relationship with. When I realized that what you told me was true, when you made reference to it, that is when I came back, demonstrating that my issue was not accepting you. But when you put it in the content of the fact that you don't communicate with me directly, then how can you blame me? Again, look at the content of her text. The evidence is there, the proof is there. She's talking about an ex relationship. She's not talking about the famous gospel singer. Someone wants these texts to look like she's talking to the famous gospel singer. No, I strongly believe, and I'm going to say allegedly, she had to been catfished to think that the famous gospel singer wanted her or was talking to her. Yes. And so, September the 2nd at Moses Beautiful, this is what was said. I'm tired of hoping and imagining. Please, baby, I want it to be real. This town is as small as Hell. Not much happening here. It's boring, and when I have free time, I get depressed and lonely. She's saying here in her tweet, she get depressed and lonely. So, again, it sounds like she's talking to the ex. Let's go on. September the 17th at Moses Beautiful. When God told me about you, I thought about it for a quick minute. Then I jumped on it mad quick. You know why? Because when you don't hear a word from God for 8 long years, you start to get desperate. So yeah, I hopped on it mad quick. No questions asked. God said jump. I said how high? So love, tell me, why are you scared of us being together? Again, this does not look like she was talking about the famous gospel singer. It sounds like this is directly to her ex. And it sounds like this tweet was retweeted at a later date and time to make it appear that she was talking to the famous gospel singer. So whoever retweeted her tweets using her account, using her PS, what you call that address, where you find where they at your address, she was targeted and she was set up. And I'm going to say allegedly. October 24 at Teleka, Patrick. I have to leave you alone so you don't hurt me anymore. I have spent the last 10 months like that. It's not healthy. I am not eating right. I am not sleeping right. I am not taking care of myself the way I am supposed to. And my excitement about life is way down. I feel emotionally, spiritually, and mentally drained. And I am a fun loving and sociable person. I am not supposed to be like this. I don't like it. Again, look at the content of this text. I have to leave you alone so you don't hurt me anymore. Who is she saying she need to leave alone? I have spent the last 10 months like that. She said, it's not healthy. I am not eating right. I am not sleeping right. I am not taking care of myself the way I am supposed to do. And my excitement about life is way down. She's talking to an ex. She's talking to an ex. Surely she can't be talking to the famous gospel singer. Now I know these tweets was with an X. They sound like they were having relationship problems, and this is to the ex. I just believe, allegedly, I would say, that they're to the ex, okay? Let's go. November the 2nd at Teleka Patrick. Since coming out here and nothing being able to see you, not being able to see you, I just fell into the D word. I'm not allowed to say it because of my job. And then when I got those letters in the mail, I really went down. I am certain that I was clinically D-word. I was crying every day and I could barely do anything. Even now, I am still struggling. I was like, oh, I'm going to break away from you so I can feel better. But actually, tweeting is the only thing that keeps me going because it allows me to reach out to you and let me show you love. Now, she says she got some letters in the mail. Now, did she get letters of a divorce in the mail? Was her divorce decree mailed to her? Or did her husband give her the divorce? Because he said he had to divorce her. She didn't divorce him, but he divorced her. And so, did the letters come in the mail? The divorce decree, notification of their divorce? Or did the gospel singer send her a PPO in the mail, or did he hand it to her in her hand at church? Okay, because she was a member of the church. So she moved from where she was, moved there to join his church. So did she get letters in the mail from the famous gospel singer? Or was the letters that divorce decree? And was this text again? Retext on November the 2nd at Teleka Patrick, who had access to her account. See, I'm just wanting you to think. Let's think now, because we're trying to investigate this cold case crime. So think about it. Now let's go on to November 15 at Teleka Patrick. I changed my life and came to a state I do not care for, with weather I do not like, to a little known program where my top choices were UCLA, Harvard, and Johns Hopkins. That is love. Okay, so here now she's saying she changed her life and came to a state she didn't even care nothing about. With weather I do not like, she said, to a little known program where my top choices were UCLA, Harvard, or Johns Hopkins. That is love. So she's talking to someone, or someone is talking for her, saying that's love. Now, if they're changing the name here, see, my thing is, why would Teleka Patrick keep changing names? So November the 25th, now she used November the 15th as to at Teleka Patrick. Now November the 21st, she's using at Patient Munchin. She said, I am going to marry you, and you want to marry me too. I have to be with you. I need you. Was there her sinning that? November the 4th, at Patient Munchin. You reach me through a demonic porter that gives demons power over me and dilutes my spiritual authority. Please understand that I must protect myself spiritually. Then December the 5th, here at Teleka Patrick comeback, I just activated at tweet delete on my account to automatically delete my old tweets. So Let me stop here because I don't want to go further and get mixed up in the weeds. But again, if you really study these, just the little tweets that I read, you will see that there is someone else handprint, a thumbprint on these tweets. I don't believe, and it's my belief, it's all Teleka Patrick. I just don't believe that. I believe that someone has assumed or hacked her account and was sending out tweets from her IPS address. That's the name of it. I was trying to find that out, but IPS address. I believe that it's somebody who wants you to believe that it's her. And I believe it's somebody who have committed a cyber crime that caused her to be deceased today, allegedly. Because if you really look at what the ex-husband was saying, and then you look at these tweets, you will see that some of these tweets was being directed to him. But someone took her tweets, turned them around, retweeted them to make it look like it was her. That's like you having a letter and someone writes you a letter, right? And you write them a letter. They take that same letter you wrote to try to trick somebody with the same words, and you thinking it's coming from that person, and it's not. So I really believe that Teleka Patrick was a victim to a horrible, nasty crime. Because in the video with her ex-husband, he stated that she was hearing voices. Well, allegedly, and is it safe to say that at Patient Munchkin, that wasn't her? It could have been the person who says she's have mental illness, because it starts out on 21st. It says, I'm going to marry you, and you want to marry me too. I have to be with you. I need you. Then December the 4th, Patient Munchkin. You reach me through a demonic portal that gives demons power over me and dilutes my spiritual authority. Please understand that I must protect myself spiritually. And then December the 5th, I just activated at tweet delete on my account to automatically delete my old tweets. See? So, but at Patient Munchkin, there was no activation to delete all the tweets off that account. So why would at Teleka Patrick delete her old tweets? What's the purpose of that? So again, if you look at it, it looks like she has been catfished. Someone have committed a crime against her to make her look. They were setting her up for a failure, setting her up for a fall. That's what it looks like. It looks like a jealous, cold-hearted person set her up for a fall. It appears Patrick posted under a variety of names in 2013, including Teleka Right Now, Cali Girl 2013, Teleka Patrick, Moses Beautiful, and Patient Munchkin. And so it is saying now that she was referencing her job, her family, and different things like that. But it looks like, guys, if you really pay close attention to what I just said and listen to this video over and over, because you're going to see for yourself that someone set her up. And it was not Teleka Patrick on all these accounts. The key word her husband say, she and him met each other online. The key word he said that she had mental illness was somebody who felt she had mental illness decided they was going to get online, somebody that's good, and allegedly hack her account and assume her identity and begin to catfish her and to use her name for cyber crime. I don't believe and I will not believe that she had mental problems. Someone wanted it to look like that. Someone who had it out for her, and someone who was mad and angry because she decided not to return to the relationship. So it sounded like a relationship thing. So I'll be back so we can break down some more, but I just want to deal with these different names, these Twitter accounts that allegedly was Dr. Teleka Patrick's account. But if you look at these tweets a little more, you will see that it was more than what the eyes can see. Someone who received this, and if you can run traces back on who these tweets from Teleka actually went to, and the person who received them could have reused them and hacked her account and started using them, her words that she said, to send them back out. So there's all kind of ways that a criminal can get around this, but we're going to keep digging till we find the truth. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in today, and hopefully you will subscribe, like, and share. Beehive Solved Cases will come back and we will release more clues for you. So stay tuned. Bye bye.